Hey, so what is up and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me yet again on another Friday night over here on BodeVision Live. On this video, what I thought would be pretty cool to do is why don't we just sit back, relax, hang out. Lola, you're not going anywhere. You are stuck in here with me as we are getting into some pretty cool stuff. Lola, you all right? Come on, come sit on the couch. If I let the dog out, she's gonna want to knock to come in, so I figured I'd leave her in here. But anyways, what I thought would be pretty cool today is why don't we sit back, relax, hang out on this Friday night, get into this BodeVision Live. Second channel update, BodeVision Live, second channel upload, rather. We're not doing an update. We're doing the same thing that we normally do. We are running it loose over here on the second channel. I have been kind of honing in and figuring out my setup and getting stuff set up. And Lola, if you want to get out, let's just go ahead and do that. Come on, I ain't gonna stop you. I'll see you in 2 minutes when you want to come back in. All right, that's okay, she will be back. So what I thought would be cool about this video would be is if we just kind of hang out, get together, and I wanted to discuss with you something that I thought would be pretty cool, that is projects that you have never ever seen before on BodeVision. Well, some of them you saw, some of them I did not finish. You might have seen some of them in the background, but what I'm talking about is projects that I received with the full intention of building that never saw the finish line. A lot of my projects I have finished. I've finished a lot more than I have picked up, but I have picked up some projects that I never even finished. So let's go ahead and get into it and start with some of those that we did. Let's do them in chronological order from when I purchased them to getting rid of them. And first, let's start off with this thing. This one is super cool. Bear with me here as I pull some stuff over. This is a 1978, I believe. Don't quote me on the year. 1978 BMW 2002. This was a really cool car. I got this car from a viewer of mine. It was just something that was sitting in their backyard, something that they wanted to get rid of, something that they themselves were not gonna build. I took it on. I thought I would be willing to build it as well because it's a cool car. I mean, dude, look at this thing. It's cool. I like the hood. It's really small. My intention was I wanted to body swap it because I was really into body swaps at that time. I was like, dude, we could easily put this on a Miata. We could easily do something with this. But dude, look at the roof. Just how absolutely roached out it was. There's not a chance, not a shot. Here we go. Lola's coming back in here. Not a shot, not a chance that I were to get to it efficiently and get to it properly. So the BMW 2000, Lola, stay in here. I knew it. Stay in here. Come on, come up here. Okay, good girl. Oh, and I don't want to get too distracted, but Lola, we have been fighting with trying to figure out what's been going on with her since October. I will bring you up to speed since last week, 2-3 days ago, we actually got the answers. So at the end of October, she had a little sick episode, which isn't super uncommon for a dog, but it was lasting long enough that I decided we wanted to take her to the vet. They said just maybe try to change her food, keep an eye on her, it should work itself out, we'll just do some probiotics and it should be okay. So October came around, we tried switching the food, let a couple weeks go by, nothing really improved. It got into the end of November, into New Year, she went to the doctor over here, or the vet rather, 2 or 3 times over here, and they kind of just kept saying the same thing. They're like, try to change her diet, maybe she doesn't like the chicken, maybe this or that. I had put her on natural foods. I was boiling her chicken, potatoes, rice every so often and just getting her going and good. That was at the beginning of the year. And then during New Year's, she was still having problems, but I was thinking, you know, maybe it's just the fireworks where her stomach's not having a good time. Long story short, fast forward to about a week and a half ago, I decided enough is enough. I was tired of the vet that I was working with telling me that maybe we should just switch up her diet, maybe we should get it figured out because it wasn't working. She had continuously dropped a pound to 2 pounds a week. She went from 48 pounds all the way down to 37 pounds, which she was at the lowest. And for a dog that is relatively active, a dog that I had not decreased the amount of food, I mean, there's no reason why she should have been losing that amount of weight. So we went to a new vet. The new vet wanted to run tests that the old vet said that they did, tests that the old vet charged me 4. But anyways, I understand there could be false negatives. I'm not dwelling on it. Long story short, it turns out Lola has a couple different type of parasites. They said just give her this medication. Today is the 3rd day of 3 days for the medication, and she is going to ride that out. She should be starting to pick up energy and weight in the next few weeks. Keeping track of her weight very closely. She should be putting on at least a pound or a half a pound a week after she sort of stables out. But Lola's a super good girl. I'm really just happy to find a solution and get something figured out. So that's the story on Lola. That's been really bothering me the last few months. I just want answers. I don't want the dog to continuously lose weight and to be suffering, and here I am venting to you about it on the BodeVision Live second channel. That's the joy of the BodeVision Live second channel. I'm going to give you everything and anything that I have going on. So let's go ahead and get into the next car. This is one that you probably never ever seen before. This is a 1949 GMC panel van that I picked up. I picked it up from some dude that races Ferraris. You can see the Ferraris back there. This is a pretty cool build, but the problem was, excuse me, my cold's doing a little bit better, thanks for asking. The problem was with this thing, that it was too tall. It was too tall to fit in the shop. I had always been a fan of panel vans, like old milk trucks and stuff, and I hadn't seen them being built that often, so I thought it was going to be a cool build for me to get after. But this one, I had it for a little while. I decided, and this thing, it had a cool motor setup. I think somebody had drag raced it. There was some old footage of it drag racing like in the late 90s. Like people were doing weird stuff with it. But anyways, what was I saying? I was planning on building it. I decided that it was just too much for me. I ended up putting this on Facebook Marketplace for more than I bought it for, which is always a good move. It's always a good move to try to sell something for. Look, these are the two cars that never had a chance with BodeVision, and there's Lola, who's still kicking. So I put it on Marketplace for more than what I bought it for. I think I bought it for $5,000. I listed it for $7,000. I ended up trading it for some motorcycles as well as some cash. No, a motorcycle and some cash. I ended up taking the cash, putting it back in my wallet. Then I traded the motorcycle for a bass boat. Then I ended up selling the bass boat because it was a piece of junk. So fun, fun, fun. I had a good time trading. So that is the BMW 2002 right here. And then that is the panel van right here. Both of these never saw the light of day. I thought I had some footage of these. I was looking around trying to get it figured out. I never actually did. I think I figured, let me get it to the house. It's kind of a stressful situation. I got it towed over here. Somebody else towed it over for me. But I said, I'll just film it when I get started. And I never actually got started. So the next one that I want to get into is one that took up a lot of my 2025, which I don't love that it happened, but I decided to cut ties with it and just get rid of it. And I'm glad that it went. This one. Somebody should have told me. They should have said, look, dude, this thing, no matter what you do to it, no matter how confident that you are in your skills, no matter if pigs fly, no matter anything, this is the ugliest car that I've ever seen. It is, I mean, I was blinded by what it was and that it was pretty cool because it was, check this out. It was like this magazine car that there's articles, like this is the exact car. Like this area back here, along with this area right there, like that is the Mustang without a doubt. Old Florida car, articles on it. You can pause this and read the articles if you want. But long story short, I had so many problems with the motor of this thing. Gone, ugly, goodbye. Good riddance. I got rid of it and this thing is gone. I actually sold it back to the dude that I bought it from, and I sold it to him more than what I bought it for, but I felt like it was justifiable because I learned a lot of history of the car. I had all the magazine. I gave him the magazine with it, so that's pretty cool. This was a I don't know. And then this one back there, this is also a project. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. But I guess I forgot about this one. That is a OBS utility bed, diesel, 7.3 diesel Ford truck. I don't know why I didn't bring that one up here and show you guys photos of that one. Maybe I can pull that up on my phone here in just a moment. Maybe we'll let it breathe and I'll do that. But that truck I actually ended up trading for the Cadillac. But I know that I did post a video on it. Look at me getting all distracted and confused on my stream. But that's okay. I think let's watch together. Let's get this figured out. Come on. And I'm gonna look for some other stuff.
I keep that thing on me. If you're asking if that's a chicken wing on a keychain, it's not about the chicken wing on the keychain. It is about these a couple these last few weeks, but that's okay. We're
I was bigger back then. I gained some weight or lost some weight since.
To get done, so that way as we are working.
Let's see.
So let me go back a few months so that way you can get caught up to speed with where we are today and what we have going on, and then this story will make a lot more sense. So with this beautiful OBS work truck, or any truck for that matter, we got to start to think about what we need to get off to get done, so that way as we are working on the truck, something else is happening at the same time. And what I'm talking about is I am getting this bench seat out of here so that way it can go off and be redone. On here, cut the frame, bring the axle up, reinforce that and everything, so that way we have a truck that is one of a kind, that was not a factory option. And what I am talking about is a OBS F250 single cab diesel short bed that doesn't exist. You cannot get it from.
So my point was, I was planning on doing stuff with it, and then I ended up just cleaning it out, getting rid of it. Still a little on there, sorry. Anyways, so I got a short bed for it, which is pretty cool. This is an interesting YouTube video. I mean, all in all, it is a good video here. Well, let's see. So check this out. This is what ended up happening. Come on, loading. Got everything ready to go. So I got everything ready to go. I had all the parts, everything. The donor bed, short bed. This would have been a cool truck to put together. Let's shut up and listen.
Really nicely, the owner of the Cadillac decided to drive the Cadillac over here, pick up the OBS, drive the OBS back. We exchanged titles, did everything that we needed to do, and got that all sorted out and handled. And I could not be more excited to show you this Cadillac. Let me grab it and pull it around.
There's the Mustang.
You need a wide angle to see this whole thing, boy. 3-point turn in the back. Ooh, 1970 Cadillac Fleetwood 75 series, meaning it's the long, like the limo edition. It's not a super stretch, but dude, this thing is considered a limo. I'm just gonna put it right here. I don't know where my front end's at. I don't know exactly where the back is at. But what I do know is this thing is absolutely sick.
So with this car, since I don't have it anymore, there was a lot of people that called me out, and there was a lot of weird things about it. And since you're on the second channel, I can give you some of these weird details that you will never see unless you're on the BodeVision Live, where I'm giving you the behind the scenes scoop. So this car, I was told that it's a 1970 Cadillac Fleetwood. The title said 1970 Cadillac Fleetwood 75 series, but every single thing on the car, front end, grille, trim, antenna location, mirrors, dash, doors, was all 1969. There was also some really weird stuff with the VIN. I got the VIN plate separately that probably, allegedly, possibly, maybe it's Maybelline, came with the vehicle. So my theory is that I think that this car was actually a 69. I think somebody VIN swapped it, title swapped it with a 70, and I can't be sure. I'm just making it up. I don't really know, but I do know something smelled fishy about it. And the funny thing is about this car, so I ended up selling it on Marketplace. I had it listed for $18,000. The person that I sold it to, which bought it from me for standard Marketplace purchasing, which is like 75 to 80% of your asking price. I get it. I know the game. I play the game myself. That person bought it and then they listed it for what I was asking for. Then it was up for 2 or 3 months and now it is back on Marketplace again. So this thing has been passed around like crazy. The title situation is weird. It's just overall a weird car. I did really have a lot of fun with it. I did like painting it. The videos did really well with it. And overall it is a pretty cool car. So that's that. Let's see.
Cool feature.
Really cool feature. Come on, go to my channel. I don't want you to see nothing else that I may or may not be watching. So let me see. Let's round this off with some other stuff. I have I had listed on my Instagram that I wanted to have anybody ask any questions that they might want to have me go over while I'm on the stream. So let's do that here while we are right here. Let's see. One of the questions is, what are your most favorite cars or trucks that you built and didn't want to get rid of? That's a good one. Every one of them, I've always known that they weren't going to stick around forever, so it makes it easier when I get rid of them. I think a car that meant the most to me was my 1988 V8 swapped Honda Accord, but that car was just meaningful to me because that's the car. I drove that in high school. I picked that up as a daily because at the time I had a 1999 EK hatch that I had kind of built out as like a show car. So I picked up the 88 Accord as a daily. So I drove that car to my first job. I drove that car to McDonald's. That's where I met Samantha, who I'm still with today. After we got together in 2012, do the math, it's been a couple of years. So we've been together since 2012. We met with that car. That's the car that I drove around with. That's the car that I drove to Valencia Community College in. That's the car that I drove to many jobs in. That was a really cool car. Eventually it kind of just fell apart. Then I put the LS in it. So I missed the car for like the true essence of what the car was. It being LS didn't make the car any more or less cool. The car itself was just cool to me and did mean a lot to me. So that's one of them if I had to think of one and pick one that I liked. Another question is, when you reflect on your career progress, how do you feel? That's a good question. And one thing is that my career as an automotive YouTube talking person who may or may not influence some people, how do I feel about it? To be honest, I just keep looking forward. I just keep trying hard to do my stuff every day, constantly trying to think of new things, constantly trying to push the envelope, constantly trying to do new builds. I'll be 100% honest with you. If I made more money, life would potentially be easier. If I had a larger shop, life would be easier. But also, I'm thankful for what I have, for what I had built 100%. Where I am now, if you were to show me 10 years ago a video of my life now, I think 10 years ago me would be very proud. That's the way that I look at it. I have a shop at my house. I'm with my daughter all the time. I'm able to work from home. I got my dog. I mean, life is good. I also started working at another shop this week that I'm going to potentially be filming a lot more out of. And that's just something for me to get a little bit of extra money, something for me to learn, something for me to potentially grow, and something, it's an opportunity that came up that I am taking advantage of, but I am not slowing down by any means. So I can get into more about that on another time. Let me go ahead and choose one last question before we close this thing out, as we are getting close to a 20-minute stream over here. Let me pick one more. K Hartman 620. He asked if I'm GAY. Ask your mother. Alright, so I think that's going to be it for this one, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me know if you like this stream style, this stream vibe, what we have been doing. It's a real joy for me to make these, and I would like to make them a lot more. So, next Friday, if I had to guess, we will probably be doing the same thing because I'm a lot more busy now that I'm working somewhere else, but more to that. If you want any more updates on anything that is BodeVision and or anything else, you are in the right place. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you like this video, make sure you leave your feedback, and make sure you have a good night. So I'll see you on that next one. Thanks for hanging out with me on the second channel. I'm out. See ya.